Ever wonder how the greatest villain in eternity got his start? Spoiler, he began as heaven's brightest light. This isn't just a story about a fallen angel. This is about the most beautiful being ever created, who turned into the greatest enemy heaven has ever known. What could twist light into total darkness? And what happens when pride rises in paradise? Stick around, because what happened in the heavens might just be happening on earth too. This is The Word, where we bring faith to life, one story at a time. Truth time about Lucifer. Here we go. Scene 1, the radiance of the morning star. Before the fall, Lucifer wasn't just any angel. He was called the Son of the Morning, as stated in Isaiah chapter 14 verse 12, a title glowing with honor and awe. He radiated unmatched brilliance, wisdom, and beauty. Ezekiel chapter 28 verse 13 paints a breathtaking image. Adorned with every precious stone, sapphire, emerald, onyx, and gold, he reflected heaven's own splendor. But it wasn't just what he wore, it was what he was. His very being was crafted to glorify. Instruments weren't handed to him, they were woven into him. Pipes, tambourines, and melody pulsed through his frame. He didn't simply play music, he was music. Lucifer didn't merely reside in heaven, he held position, authority, and sacred trust. He walked in the midst of the stones of fire, Ezekiel chapter 28 verse 14, an intimate proximity to the throne of God. He was anointed, set apart, bathed in light, and entrusted to guard glory itself. A covering cherub, not a servant on the outskirts, but a guardian at the very heart of holiness. And yet, that is what made his fall so staggering. He was more than dazzling. He was divine appointed. But pride turned proximity into ambition. The one who stood closest to the light became the first to cast a shadow. He, the morning star, tried to eclipse the very glory he was created to protect. In seeking the throne of heaven, he lost the home he once lit with praise. Scene 2, the spark of pride. But somewhere in all that glory, a crack formed. A whisper started. Why should God be the only one exalted? Isaiah chapter 14 verse 13-14, that whisper grew. Pride took root. Then it grew teeth. Lucifer didn't just want a throne like God, he wanted the throne. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High, he declared. It wasn't a rebellion overnight. It was slow and silent, like poison spreading in holy veins. Ezekiel chapter 28 verse 17 says it plainly, your heart became proud on account of your beauty, and you corrupted your wisdom because of your splendor. He forgot he was created. He thought he deserved to be worshipped. And in that moment, his desire changed. He no longer wanted to reflect God's glory, he wanted to absorb it. Scene 3, Heaven's Civil War. Revelation chapter 12 gives us a glimpse. War broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought back. That dragon, Lucifer, now twisted into Satan. From morning star to accuser. From beauty to beast. 1/3 of the angels followed him. That's not a little hissy fit, that's divine betrayal. A heavenly mutiny. Imagine the roar of angelic swords clashing. Light battling darkness, right in the courts of eternity. But God doesn't lose battles. Ever. Lucifer was cast out, thrown down to earth, Revelation chapter 12 verse 9. And heaven, silent, like the air after thunder. What once shimmered with jewels now dragged through the dust. And as he fell, so did 1/3 of heaven's host. Angels turned into demons, light turned into shadows. He was heaven's top angel, until he declared war on God himself. What turned beauty into darkness? Well, here's where things get uncomfortable. Lucifer didn't land on a random rock. He landed here, on earth. And he didn't come alone. Jesus said, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven, Luke chapter 10 verse 18. That wasn't just poetic, that was God warning us. The same pride that infected heaven. It's prowling now, looking for a new throne, in human hearts. That's the twist. This story isn't just about a cosmic traitor. It's about us. Lucifer's fall became humanity's temptation. The serpent in Eden wasn't some cartoon snake. It was the fallen morning star, whispering the same lie. You can be like God. He brought the same blueprint to earth. Rebellion wrapped in flattery, lies dipped in desire, and the battlefield, it's our choices. Scene 4, the fallout in Eden. In Genesis chapter 3, we meet him again. But not as Lucifer, the radiant morning star. No. Now he slithers in shadows, cloaked in scales. The serpent, still cunning, still seething with pride, still raging against the throne he couldn't claim. This time, by targeting God's image bearers, he doesn't storm Eden with fire and fury. He whispers. He comes not with horns, but with a question, subtle, poisonous. Did God really say? It's the same rebellion in a new disguise. A twisted invitation to doubt, to distrust, to dethrone. He offers what he always hungered for: divinity without obedience. To be like God, without God. And with one bite of pride, Adam and Eve fall, not just from a place, but from purpose, from peace, from presence. But make no mistake, this was no mere accident in a garden. It was a cosmic aftershock. Lucifer's war didn't end in heaven, it detonated on earth. It breached Eden and bled into generations. It crept into our homes, our choices, our thoughts. The battlefield moved inward, to the human heart. And if we fail to recognize it, we risk becoming casualties in a war we're too distracted to notice. So please, don't miss this. This isn't ancient history, it's our reality. That bite was more than forbidden fruit. It was the echo of his rebellion, the hiss of pride, planted like a ticking seed in the soul of mankind. Scene 5, the kingdom of darkness grows. Throughout scripture, Satan shows up again and again, tempting Job, accusing Joshua the high priest, Zechariah chapter 3, even trying to tempt Jesus in the wilderness, Matthew chapter 4. That was bold of him. He offers kingdoms, glory, shortcuts. And he still does. But here's the key: Satan never creates. He only corrupts. He twists what God made good. He turns worship into idolatry, freedom into bondage, light into false light. 2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 14 warns us, Satan himself masquerades as an angel of light. That's what makes him dangerous. He doesn't look evil, he looks almost divine. Even in churches, even in culture, his voice is soft, flattering, affirming. Do what feels right, you deserve more. Heard that voice before. Scene 6, his end is written. But don't miss this, his story does end. The enemy who once glittered in heaven, who raged in Eden, who stalks the earth like a roaring lion, he is not eternal. His doom is sealed. Isaiah chapter 14 verse 15 thunders, but you are brought down to Sheol, to the depths of the pit. The once exalted morning star will descend to the very depths he tried to rise above. No throne, no glory, just darkness and disgrace. Revelation chapter 20 verse 10 offers the final word. The devil was thrown into the lake of fire and sulfur, and will be tormented day and night forever and ever. Not bound. Not imprisoned. Erased. Lucifer's fall not only was punishment from God, it was prophecy. His rise was self-made. His fall was God-ordained. His rebellion was loud, yes, but his end will be louder, an eternal exclamation mark on God's unshakable dominion. His power, borrowed, his time, running out, and his defeat. Already written, by the hand of the Alpha and Omega, he roams now, but only under the leash of prophecy. He strikes, but only within the bounds God permits. The serpent may hiss, but the Lion of Judah has already declared the outcome. This war may feel long, but victory has already been secured. So now imagine this, the throne room of God, filled with light that no eye can bear. The sound of holy worship shaking galaxies. And Lucifer, once the crown jewel of heaven, dragged from the height of glory to the pit of disgrace. That's what pride does. It doesn't just trip you. It flings you from heaven to hell. Here's the hard truth. The devil didn't start with horns and flames. He started with beauty, music, and purpose. But he let pride flip the script. And God, he didn't lose sleep. He didn't hesitate. He cast him out. So ask yourself, what's pride trying to build in you? Are you letting a throne grow in your heart where only God should sit? Because Lucifer's story isn't ancient history. It's a warning sign, a mirror, a spotlight on our own pride. Lucifer's story is a warning. He had everything, beauty, brilliance, position, and lost it all to pride. He fell from music to manipulation, from light to darkness, from heaven to hell. But even in that fall, we see something bigger. God is not shaken. His throne doesn't move. And pride, no matter how loud or charming, it never wins in the end. Never. So today, if you hear whispers of, you deserve more, or, you could be like God, know who's speaking. And know his end. We don't need to follow the fall. We've been given a way back through the one who defeated Satan in the wilderness, crushed his power at the cross, and will one day finish him forever. If this gives you chills, the next video on screen will shake you. Click it now before the enemy distracts you. Do you know God's chosen people, the Samaritans? You need to. This is the word where we bring Bible stories to life.